Hi, ready today? I need you to make sure you complete your first 2 extra lessons.
This is what class looks like on a typical day at Whittemore Park Middle School.
My group, are you good in there?
There are laptops everywhere you look, real-time grading technology through a computer system.
Perfect, great.
Just part of what's known as blended learning.
So I do get additional funding.
Principal Judy Beard says this new way of teaching is working.
Our data shows that our children have experienced an entire year's growth in half a year's time. So we're really excited about the results we're seeing with blended learning.
So what does blended learning actually look like inside a classroom? You still have students working with a teacher in what you could call a traditional setting, what many of these students' parents come to learn as they grew up. But the difference about these classrooms is this way of learning is divided into 3 phases. While this group of students works with a teacher, there's also another group of students that work on computers for a time in the class period, working with a program that keeps track of how much they're actually working and what they're completing for class assignments during the day. And then there's a project section where there's a third group of students working on other work going on inside the classroom. And this, of course, is a big change in the way of learning that you may have been used to, but it actually hasn't been the students that have had the hardest time adjusting to this way of teaching.
We need to make sure we read the text first.
It was a bigger issue for the teachers
This is what a lot of you wrote as your response earlier.
to adapt to this new way of learning because it was really a change in our whole philosophy of what the schoolhouse should look like.
During this transition inside the classroom, Beard says students help teachers adapt to the technology.
You could have missed this question, couldn't you have?
They have little experts in every classroom that have been doing nothing but technology. So we had to empower our teachers to understand that the children will lead the way.
We're going to talk a little bit about tone together.
Because blended learning allows teachers to focus on 8 students at a time from a class of 24, some would argue this might lead to bigger class sizes overall. But Superintendent Dr. Cindy Ellsbury says that won't be the case immediately.
To add to that class size where they're learning these new skill sets is probably not wise.
How would you describe the tone?
We don't want to have a dip in student achievement because we're trying a different model. So I think once the teachers really grasp this and embrace the new teaching model, I think we'll be able to look at that